You bought 20 contracts when they were worth $5. You just made $5,260 from a $100 investment the very next day. Bears make money, bulls make money, pigs get slaughtered. Don't get greedy. You buy a contract for like $5 and you sell that bad boy for like $263 the following day or the next hour or whatever. This is how we do this. You know what I'm talking about? This is how we do it, bro. We win. What's up, man? My name is Joey Giovanni, best rapper alive, best options trader living right now. You know what I'm saying? Me and my friend took an account from $500 to $12,000 in under a year. I know a lot of people can promise y'all a lot more, a lot better, but this is my personal experience. Self-taught. I learned everything I know from watching YouTube channels, losing money, and I figure maybe somebody out there is struggling with the same thing. So I want to help y'all if y'all in the beginning stages, or if you're not in the beginning stages, you just want to learn about my strategy, how I do my technical analysis, and so on and so forth. This is the video for you, so stick around. Yeah, stop recording. Okay, cool. All right, so today's video, I'll just be going over my trades that I made today. So I'm gonna just jump right into it. Don't waste no time. Okay, so basically what's happening here at the top of the day, you see we opened down, right? So around this area here, we opened up around here and we fell. And this wick is just telling you that after we fell, we got bought back up, right? So at the top of the day, I had a short bias because we had a big consolidation yesterday, and the overall trend is down. We broke all of these 200 moving averages on the day chart. So my general trend is down. So what you want to look for is, after a consolidation day, you just want to look for your points of entry to follow your general bias direction. So I see yesterday right here, we capped out at 383.11, and our high value area from yesterday was at 382.43. So after we hit that high value, I'm looking for weakness in the market, basically. So this big candlestick right here, this big red candle, showed me weakness, right? We broke below my VWAP. See this dotted line right here? That's my VWAP, and then this yellow line right there is my 200 moving average. So we broke below the VWAP, and seeing as though right here on the 15-minute, you got, again, weakness in the market. You hit these highs, you get rejected. So what happened last time we was at these levels? Boom, you got rejected big. Same thing happened today. So you anticipate those levels to, do the same thing, especially if it's moving in the same direction as your bias. So you check this, boom, I got my entry confirmation for a short position. I broke below both of these. Basically, a short position means that I'm expecting the price to move down, right? So, okay, boom, I got my confirmation here. And then right here, you see we got a cross up on my stochastic RSI, and then we got a slight cross up on my BBSM. Everything on my RSI was still red since like yesterday, I think. So these were all giving me signals of entry. Cool. As soon as we cross back down, bam, on this next candlestick is where I entered. Everything was giving me a downward momentum signal. So I took this first trade. All of my trades I enter at 3-to-1 on a 5-minute chart. Come to the 1 minute, and you get pinpoint accuracy on your entries. So right here, you see this is right here at this, all of these 200s are kind of jumbled up on the 1 minute. You had a real slight consolidation. And basically what a consolidation means is like you moving in between two numbers. So let's just give you an example. There we go. So here's your two levels. Let's call this level 300. We'll call this level $301. So basically what a consolidation is you start here, you come up, you just keep bouncing between these levels. right? Because eventually what's going to happen is you're going to break in one direction or the other. So you're either going to move down or you're going to move up. That's what a consolidation is. So if you have your bias for the day, a consolidation is pretty much like the best thing you can hope for, because that's when you start getting good prices on your contracts, which I trade options contracts. I don't trade shares because it's just easier to make money if you know what you're doing with an option contract. So here you got this little slight consolidation. You can see it happening between these two levels right here. I normally draw those in, but I didn't today because I just kind of noticed it. And you set your 3 to 1 on the 5 minute. You get your entry here, and then you set your 3 to 1. So the way I set my stop losses is I set my stop loss at the previous swing high. Today I didn't do that because it was such a heavy motion down, and the previous swing high was like a little too far from what I would have been more comfortable with taking. So I just set it at 0.25 and took that 3 to 1. Bam, you hit that one. So what happened here is I saw a second consolidation happening when I was already in my first trade. So what do? You enter another trade. Basically, I entered this trade right here. I entered this one at I think it was a 380 contract. So you can see right here, let's pull this up. This 380 contract, when I entered, was at 179. During this consolidation, it was at 267. When I exited, it was at 389. That's where I sold that contract at. So boom, it hit that, take profit. And then this one, I bought a same one, 380. So I bought that one at the same price and sold at the same price. You just kind of average into those contracts when you see good signals to take. You get down here and you see right here, everything was kind of real heavily oversold. So at this point, I'm just waiting for a pullback, right? And that's what you want to do. Just patience is the key, honestly, when you're doing stuff like this. You want to be patient, wait for your pullbacks, and you want to look at your inverses. So what an inverse is just showing you, I trade the SPY mostly. And what an inverse is going to do is it's going to show you the SPY moving in the opposite direction. That's helpful because I know for a fact if this is moving up, then the SPY is ultimately moving down. So you get a different perspective to see, okay, if I think the SPY is going to move down, but SQQQ is also moving down, then my bias is probably wrong. So I can switch my bias to say, okay, wait, I thought we was going to move down, but SQQQ is moving down. So that means we're probably going to start moving up, right? So I see here, I'm getting greed in the market. These light green bars above these candlesticks is greed. So I'm getting a lot of greed in the market. And we hit this high value area up here and we start to pull back. So what I'm looking for on a pullback is I'm looking for a touch at this 200 moving average, or I'm looking for a touch at VWAP. So when we reached the 200 moving average, it was a lot of strength still. When the first time we touched it, I didn't get a red candle, so I wasn't looking to enter. But we still had strength in the market. This candlestick right here, let me draw this on. This candlestick right here was the first red candle I had. And I didn't feel super confident with that one until I saw the second candle. So I entered at the open of the candle after this second red candle closed. Boom, and rolled that one back down to the end of the day, back down to like 376. I had a 375 contract there, which we kind of call those lottos, because it's like, if it hit, it don't hit big. If not, whatever. But on the pullback here, I entered in at $76. At the end of that day, we peaked out at 193. I think I sold it right at like 176. I think that's where I sold it at, like 176. So 3 trades, all it really takes. You get good gains on those. My bad. Yeah, 3 trades, all I did today. Which, if you go to a smaller time frame, you can see I had a lot more entry signals here for like smaller trades. Depends on what you're looking for. I don't like to trade on the 1 minute because it's just too stressful for me during the trade day. The 5 minute is perfect. 15 minute, I use that to kind of confirm my biases as well. Confirmation is the key. And this is a website called TradyTix. You can go on here and you got a lot of different tools that you can use here. So you got the option market net flow. And what that's gonna do is just confirm my bias. That's what I work off of. It's just like confirming all of my biases before I make a decision. Because you wanna lessen the chance of you being wrong. Because that's how you make money. Right? So you got the option market net flow. I also use the stock market ticker dashboard. So basically what I can do, I can come here, draw in some levels of where market makers normally make decision-making entries. So you see these red and green lines here. You can't really zoom in on this, but you see those red and green lines here. If I see a red line, I know, okay, this is probably going to be a point of reversal. So I'm just going to wait till it hit this red line, and I'm going to wait for my first green candle, and I'm going to enter. And then boom, that's those things happen. But these right here, I don't normally just trade off of those. I wait for my signals. Always, follow your strategy. I try my best to trade like a robot, because if you use emotion, you lose money. That's just the key to everything. Don't trade with emotional decisions, because that's when you lose your money. And also using these 200 moving averages, super helpful, especially to, again, confirm your bias. There's like, on my charts, I think I got like 5 different ones just for SQQQ, because I like to watch these on SQQQ. I think I did a analysis here a couple of weeks ago on SQQQ. Yeah, so boom, making sure you do your analysis. Also a really good situation to put yourself in, because now you see how I drew these lines here. This is called a trend line, the red line right there. A trend line is basically where you notice, okay, it keeps coming down to this point. If you see something that looks similar to this, just draw a line on it. If you got 3 touches, then that's a confirmed trend line. You need at least 3 touches to have a confirmed trend line. So I could have also drawn one at the top, and you can go deeper into that to say, okay, measure how many percentages you go on each leg of this trip, right? So if you notice, okay, this leg here was maybe, well, let's just measure it out. This first leg was 60%. Okay, boom. The second leg down was 40%. Okay, boom. The next leg up was 92%. Next leg down was 46%. Next leg up was 105%. Next leg down was 42%. So now you're starting to see a pattern. Like, okay, each time it go up, it's going up higher. Each time it goes down, it's coming down about 40%. So you can make the assumption to say the next leg up will be at least 100% up in the upward direction. So this is the day chart. I don't normally trade off the day chart because I day trade. I don't like to hold stuff overnight, usually. But when I noticed, I could have took those trades, right? But I didn't, simply because I want to trade with my bias on the day chart. Not on the day chart, but I want to trade with my bias on the 5-minute chart. So when you take these biases into consideration, okay, SQQQ is on an upward trend right now, which means what? The SPY is on a downtrend. You confirm that by just coming here and looking. This is the exact same thing you've seen on SQQQ, just in reverse. See that? Boom, hit that top and then came down. Boom, hit that top and then came down. Boom, hit the top and then came down. So I drew it on SQQQ, so I didn't have to draw it on the day chart for the SPY, because I already know what I'm looking for. And that's going to help you when you day trading a lot too, because now you know, okay, on green days when I'm in a downtrend, I just don't trade. I take smaller trades when it's looking like it's gonna be an up day, because just because it's on a downtrend don't mean every single day is gonna be a downtrended day, right? So on the days where we're uptrending, I'll trade on a 1 minute chart just on pullbacks, because you have a way better chance of hitting those when the entirety of the trend in the long term is on a downtrend versus trading the short term trends, and you might break down and you miss out on a lot of money that way. So when you're trading reversals on those kind of days, you have way better chances of getting what we call the too good to be true trades, the reversals. So green days, I love them, because when you catch a green day, you're gonna go and let me just find it. When you catch those green days, you get a lot of you get a lot of potential in catching a really good reversal play. So this one right here, boom, this was a green day, right? We were moving up the whole day, and seeing as though we're in a heavy downtrend, right? On here, we're in a heavy downtrend. So this upward momentum isn't sustainable, because this is a short-term trend. The momentum that you got going up just isn't sustainable. So it hit the peak right here at this green level. These green levels are like magnets, right, for price action. Red levels are like you putting the same size of a magnet together. What happens? They push apart. So that's what these red levels are. Green levels are like the opposite size of a magnet. You want to go together. So you push up. I saw we still had a lot of momentum at this first green level. We broke past this first red level. I already, in my head, when I saw that, I already knew we're in a downtrend and we broke this red level. This isn't sustainable. I'm looking for these big pullbacks to say, okay, I'm going to trade these reversals, because I have a way higher probability of hitting a reversal play, and the contracts are super cheap because the premium got killed on the green days. That's how you play those. So you get up here, you peek out, right? Come back down here to this VWAP, and then you come back up again. This is where I enter right here. Set it right above the previous swing high, because this is gonna be. Let me turn these off so I can see what my swing high was. Boom. Okay, so my swing high is about right here. So yeah, put it a little bit above the swing high, and then you play that, right? And then what happened the previous day? We gapped down huge, and that day ran. So that's why you look at that overall trend and you play those reversals, because that contract for a reversal play, that contract was like $5, right? Load up, pay $100 on a $5 contract. Put this into perspective. So that's 20 contracts. You got $5 contracts, and you spend $100. Spend $100 on a $5 contract. 100 divided by 5 equals 20, right? Okay, cost $5. When I got my sell signal, again, what do we do on these red lines? We sell on the red lines. Boom, right here. You got that price action hit that red line right there. And you could have even played a reversal on that day, but I don't buy calls in downtrends. I don't care how good the play is. So those contracts, oh shit, I'm pointing this shit. Those contracts at the end of this day, when I sold right here, went from $5 to being worth $263. And you got 20 of them. Take that into perspective. $263 times 20. What's that? 263 times 20.
I think it's 57.
Let's see how smart you is. So right here, you got $263 times you bought 20 contracts when they were worth $5. You just made $5,260 from a $100 investment the very next day. This is why I play those reversal plays like that. On green days, I don't care about nothing. I'm looking for the reversals. They super cheap. You buy in at a crazy good price, and you can make huge profits that way. This is like one play, and the amount of risk you take should make sense to you. If you only got $100 in your account, then don't spend $100 on these contracts. If they $5 each, buy 3 of them. You still would have came out over like $1,000 in profit. So those are the ones you want to look for, right? Making those Green Day plays perfect. Because sometimes you could also have like consecutive green candles. Like even here, you can see here, boom. If these are 5 minutes, but just assume these would be days, right? You got 1, 2 green days right back to back, just like that. Okay. Right after that, you got 1, 2, 3 red days back to back. And you got another good green day, then you got a big red day. So they happen, right? You don't want to just assume, oh, today was a green day, so tomorrow's going to be a red day. That's not necessarily the case. But you want to find those high probability, low risk. By low risk, I mean it's only $5. Like, if my account is worth $12,000, I can risk $100 without it really hurting my pockets much, because you have a good chance of that becoming something versus just saying like, okay, yeah, this one's worth $50. Oh, I'm gonna try and get like 80 of these, and that's like 20% of your account. Because now you look at it like, okay, if this is 20% of my account, that's a lot of money to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why risk management is huge in the way that I play my positions. Because if you manage your risk, then you won't have such a hard time when you make losses. So if you got $500 in your account, manage your risk in a way to say, okay, when I'm looking for these plays, I'm not trying to spend no more than maybe $50-$60 per play. Because when you got a small account, you have to take on more risk because you don't have as much money to play with. But $50-$60, if you lose, you say you cut your position sooner. So okay, if you lose, if it's not going your way in your direction, then cut it. Say if I'm down more than 30%, I'm out. And that's 30% of maybe 5% of your account. So, you know, that risk management to me is worth it, right? But if I'm going to cut it at 30%, then I need to be taking over 100% every trade. So that way I can make sure that 30% risk is worth it. That risk management, risk reward ratio has to be worth it for me to even consider taking that trade. So this was my trade day today. This is how everything went. If y'all want to join in on the trades, I'm up every morning. Me and my partner, we up every morning. We making the trades, we doing it. Y'all join the Discord. I'll have the link somewhere around here. Join the Discord. Come mess with us, man. Learn something. Make some money. It's easy. Super easy. As long as you're following our trades. If you don't know what you're doing, then I wouldn't suggest you kind of try to do technical analysis and all of that stuff starting out. And just make sure everybody remember the motto. Bears make money. Bulls make money. Pigs get slaughtered. Don't get greedy. Holla at y'all later. Okay, so I got some juice for y'all, brother. Listen, I'm the juice man these days. You know what I'm talking about? So what we doing here is we got this crazy dope community we building. You feel what I'm saying? And who wouldn't want to learn from the kid, the young king himself, King J'Challa? Listen to what I'm telling you. You got to listen with these, not with this one. Stop doing this. Listen with these. Listen to me. We got everything here, brother. You hear what I'm saying? You got the library. And I'm adding videos in here almost every day to make sure y'all can keep up, y'all learning, because I don't want to just give y'all the juice. I want to teach you how to fish. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nobody out here trying to teach you how to fish, brother. I'm trying to give you a fishing pole. You know what I mean? Reel you into this thing. Boom, there you go. You got the libraries right here. You can ask questions. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a part of the community for us to actually answer your questions, because you can do that on YouTube. Just here you get way more in depth. We get one-on-ones and so on and so forth. But we also post our technical analysis. This channel, every Sunday, me and my mans, we posting up new TAs on different stocks that we hear stuff about. If y'all ask us, hey, do a technical analysis over this stock, and we'll let you know short term, long term, whatever y'all asking us to do, we'll put it in here. You got swing trades, you got leaps, You got lottos. I like to play lottos. Like I said in the video, those lotto plays, they come out. It's high risk, high reward. You know what I'm saying? You buy a contract for like $5 and you sell that bad boy for like $263 the following day or the next hour or whatever. This is how we do this. You know what I'm talking about? This is how we do it, bro. We win. All we do is win. That's all we do. You know what I'm talking about? So you got the member gains. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make y'all gains. Y'all post these things in here. We got member plays, weekly earnings. You know, we post up whatever earnings that are important that's coming up for that following week. Day trade floor, we live in this thing all the time. Let me show you this right here. Share my screen, bam, and this is how we do it. This is how we do it right here. We go live every day during trade day, and you'll see everything I'm doing. So while I'm talking you through it, you can actually see me while I'm doing it, and you can learn as we go. If you want to get a copy of my personal trading view chart, my indicators that I use, I can send you a link to that, but you got to be a part of the community to get that. So make sure, I can't stress this enough. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you do that. Click that link, man. Click that link. Join the community because we're growing and we finna be growing fast. So you wanna be some of the first ones in here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you're gonna get the best out of it. That one-on-one time. Plus, we also got the Twitter feed in here, which this is crazy. Basically, it's showing you what's the most popular stocks right now. So this is like automatic. It comes in here automatically. We got the bot set up to read Twitter, whatever's going on, and it'll give you the most popular feeds from like the biggest Twitter traders, people who are like super successful on Twitter. It'll show you their technical analysis in here. You ain't even gotta wait for it sometimes. Sometimes people post it on there and our bot will just bring it in here and show you that. That's completely free. Y'all come join this, get a free membership, and that's completely free, that part right there. Y'all just come over here, man. Y'all come over here. We got some free stuff for the people who can't afford it, this shit. But I'm telling you right now, you pay for the community, that's $120. You're gonna make that the same day. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee you. I mean, if you follow what I'm telling you, you're gonna make your money back regardless, bro. So it's a good investment. It's a great investment. It's the best investment you're probably gonna ever make in your life. Come do that with the kid. Stop playing. Stop playing around with your life and my life too, because I'm trying to help you. Help me help you. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. All right, man, that's the video for today. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, because I want to keep sharing this information with y'all, and that's going to let me know that y'all want this information. So let's do that. Keep the channel growing, keep it going. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Make sure y'all back here in the spot every day. Check those videos. Go.